Hey folks, this is our second handout. Sorry I'm going fast and can't read some of this stuff. So anyway, these are questions that are like our final. Okay, so here, let's FOIL this stuff out right here. So if we do that, and then we'll distribute the 5x through. Sorry, I did this with my students. And so there's our answer right there. So anyway, so when we FOIL, first times first, so x times 3x, outer times outer, inner times inner, and then last times last, and then clean it up. You get that, and put the 5x through, okay? All right, again, sorry about my messy writing. Okay, and again, you can see my messy writing. So put the 2x through, and then put the -5 through, and then I like to line them up right underneath each other with like terms. So hopefully I got it right. Anyway, so find the zeros. Okay, so the zeros are factors of our box numbers, or factors of this number over factors of this number. So our only chances are plus or minus 1. So if we try 1, then we always get 1 degree less than that if we get 0. So if we try 1, we get 0 right there. So here's our condensed quadratic equation. So if it starts off with x cubed, so this is x squared. So x squared plus 0x minus 1, that's what this says right here. And then that factors to that, giving us these answers. So our zeros are -1 or 1, and then 1 again. So it's called a double root right there. So when it's called a double root, remember x minus the roots are the factors. So that's why it's squared, because it's a double root right there. Okay. Okay, so let's try this one. So the factors, our box numbers, are going to be plus or minus 2. I'm sorry, factors of 2, which are 1 and 2, over factors of 6, which are 1, 2, 3, and 6. Because 1 goes into 6, 2 goes into 6, so does 3, and so does 6. So hopefully you find one quick, because we got a cubic and it's going to give us a quadratic. So let's try 1. I think 1 worked, okay? No, 1 didn't work, so we tried -1, okay, plus or minus. And -1 didn't work, so let's try 2. So, and then 2 worked, and that's good, because I didn't want to try the fractions, because we'd have 1 over 3, 2 over 3. Ugh. Okay, anyway. So 2 worked, and so here's 2, and it gives us this condensed quadratic. So if we factor that, it gets us this product right there. And so we set that product equals 0. 3x plus 1 equals 0. So minus 1, divide by 3, divide by 3. That's where we get that. Here we go, minus 1, divide by 2, divide by 2. We get that. And then don't forget about, whoops, I made a mistake. Ooh, I sure did. This should be a 2 right there. Okay, that should be a 2. So anyways, put that 2 right there and right there. I don't have time to fix it right now. All right, here's the next one. So factors of 12. Oh boy, there's lots of them. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Hopefully 1 will work, and if 1 doesn't, then we'll try something else, okay? So here we go. So 1 worked. Okay, so 1 gave us 0. Okay, so synthetically divide. Okay, so here's 1, here's 5, here's -1, so -17 and 12. So slide that down, times the box number. So 1 times 1 goes here. Add times the box number. Remember doing that? Anyway, so we get 0. So this is our cubic equation. So I tried 1 again to see if it was a double root, and it was a double root because it gave us 0 again. So here's our quadratic equation. Okay, so this is our 4th degree, this is our 3rd degree, this is our 2nd degree, our quadratic. So we factored that right up here. So factors of 12 that add to 7 are 3 times 4. So x plus 3 equals 0, so we go -3, -3. That's where we get that. Similarly, -4, -4. And then 1's a double root because it happened with a 0 right here and with a 0 right here. So to set it as a factored form, so x minus this factor squared because it's a double root, x minus a minus 3, x minus a minus 4, so we get that. So, okay, all right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so write a polynomial function that has the given zeros, 4i, 2, and negative 2. Okay, so 4i is a root, so is negative 4i. And so if those guys are roots, then x minus those guys are factors. So we just multiply those guys out, and that'll give us our equation. Okay, so remember, difference of squares is just when I FOIL these guys out, we're going to get that. And when we FOIL those guys out, we get that. And then let's multiply reddy times bluey right there. Okay, so we're going to get that. Remember, I squared is negative 1, so negative 16i squared is plus 16. So first, outer, inner, last, and so there you go. Okay, piece of cake. I don't know, sorry about that if it's not a piece of cake. Alright, so find the roots. Okay, so same thing, synthetically divide. Okay, so we tried, I'll try 1. If that didn't work, here it does. I'd try negative 1. If that didn't work, I'd try 3 or negative 3. But 1 worked, and then, so here's our condensed quadratic, x squared plus 4x plus 3. Factors of 3 that add to 4. Sorry, I have a cold. And anyways, you set those equal to 0. Okay, so speaking of equal to 0, you make those equal to 0. Okay, and then factors of 5 over factors of 1. That's how the rational roots theorem works. So righty over lefty. So let's try 1, and 1 works, I think. And okay, in fact, I tried 1 and we got 0. And so here's our condensed cubic, so we use that. I tried 1 again to see if it was double root. It wasn't, so I tried negative 1, and that worked. It gave us a 0. So that's a 0, that's a 0. And then we solved this guy, and we got the other 2 roots right there. So anyways, okay. Alright, so write a polynomial function that has the given roots 5, 5 plus root 5. Well, 5 plus root 5 is a root, so it's 5 minus root 5. And then x minus all of those guys are factors, so we just FOIL that stuff out. There that is. And always, you guys, all the messy, goofy stuff cancels each other out when we're dealing with that. So here's x root 5, here's negative x root 5. And if you have anything with the radicals in here, or if you have any i's involved, they always cancel each other out. Okay, so then we're going to multiply the x through and the negative 5 through, and you get that. And you should get that as your answer, okay? Alright, so let's multiply or divide. Sorry, you guys, boring, I know. Anyway, so you should get that. Okay, cancel out everything. Okay, flip. So if you flip it and then cancel, you should get that. Okay, factor and then cancel out all the factors, common factors on top and on bottom. And I think we're done. Alright, you guys, take care. And good luck on your final.